Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, you can see the first part of our sewing project, a boy's shirt, where I'll show you step by step how a classic boy's shirt is sewn. In this part, we'll prepare the front piece with the sewn on pockets and the back yoke. And before we start, subscribe to my channel and activate the little bell. Then you'll be notified immediately when there's a new video. So see you in a bit.
The pattern or the template for this shirt. This one, as you can see, if you'd like me to make it, all you have to do is request it from me or write it in the comments. God willing, in the comments, I will fulfill this request for you. The request is for us to make our own template for this shirt. We'll start first by preparing our front piece that we're going to start preparing. Since our front is made of cotton, I've already prepared it here. And we'll also need, for our left side, to make sure we have all the necessary materials ready. Meaning we'll need the markings we already have where our pocket will be, and we'll draw them as well so they're clearly on the outside. There. I'll go to our markings and carefully try to make these markings I have here for the pocket so they show up on the outside. I'm using this pen because it's erasable. There, so I'll make the markings for the pocket. So the first thing we're going to start with now is to carefully take our front piece, which has the facing right here, where we've applied some interfacing to stiffen the fabric and make it look nice. And we're going to iron this facing, pressing it towards the front. We have a mark there, a small notch we made at the bottom on both sides. Then we'll turn it over and iron it down to fix it in place very well. And this is how the lining or facing looks once we've finished ironing it thoroughly and carefully. Now we'll move on to the chest pocket, which is the pocket that goes right here on the chest area of the garment. This is the next important step in our process. The first thing we do is go to ensure that when we are sewing our pocket, these corners or angles do not end up looking too messy or untidy, we need to take some careful steps. The first thing we do is to fold this edge, which is the edge that measures 2.5 centimeters. We fold it right side to right side, just like this, making sure the fabric is aligned properly. Okay? And then we make a stitch here. We make a stitch here of 1 centimeter and also a stitch here of 1 centimeter. There we go. And that's how our corners, the angles, are carefully formed. Now, we just need to gently fold them inward, making sure everything is aligned. And we're going to use something that's just a little bit sharp, like a knife or a similar tool, to help us out here. There we go. Now all that's left is to go and carefully sew them onto the left piece of our shirt, because in that spot, because we want to make sure everything is in the right place. Where we marked its position, or the sign for where it should be placed. And we're going to go ahead and place it. Also, if you'd like, as I do, you can sew these triangles that we put on the pockets here. It gives a look that is very, very beautiful, and it also helps us to reinforce this pocket opening that we have. The next step that we'll move on to, God willing, is that we'll take our back piece, which is, in one single cut, where we'll have this back line of ours, and we had made some marks because that's where we'll have that flat pleat or the box pleat. If we do it from the back, it will be a flat pleat on the inside. And if we want a box pleat, we'll do it on the right side. Let's go here and pin it. Like this, for example, as you can see. And I'll go and get the other one as well, and then I'll bring it over here so that it can face it. I'll go make a 1 centimeter stitch here so that it, stays fixed and doesn't keep opening. There, I've finished that seam. Now we're going to go and take our back pieces, or the yokes, and we'll place the right side against the right side on our back piece, making sure everything is lined up neatly, aligning the center line with the center line, and we'll pin it. There, I'm going to flip it over, and I'll take the other piece I have, and I'll also place the back against the right side of the right side of the thingy against the back of the thingy, and I'll go ahead and pin it, creating a sort of sandwich. Now I'm going to go and carefully sew a 1 centimeter seam that will run along the 3 edges that I have right here in front of me. Now we're going to take our seam and iron the seam allowance upwards. And now if we want to add an extra touch of elegance, we're going to go ahead and do a top stitch right here along our yoke, or this seam line. There, and that's how we sew those shoulders of ours. All that's left is to open it up and pull out our shoulders like this. And you see it gives us a hidden seam from the front as well as from the back. There's no visible seam here or there. It's beautiful. This is the method we use. Now I'm going to attach this to my shirt, and then I'll move on to this facing that I have right here. I'll make sure to secure both of them carefully. Next, I'll go and do a stitch here, and I'll try to do it this way so you can see it clearly. There, now I'm going to do a stitch here, so these are well secured, and I'll also do a stitch here on the edge, not 1 centimeter, but on the edge, so that in the next video, God willing, I'll show you how to sew the collar. The next video will be sewing the collar. Don't forget to click on the next video to see the rest of the sewing instructions for this 4-year-old shirt. I truly hope you enjoyed today's video. And please don't forget to leave your thoughtful comments, give it a like, and also share it with others. I'll leave you in peace until the next video, God willing.